Today we will review 6th grade math lesson 9.4. This lesson will cover how to use one-step equations to solve a variety of problems. Here's your I can statement. I can write and solve equations to solve a variety of real-world situations involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, and explain my solution method to others. Let's start with reviewing our vocabulary for today. Please add these vocabulary words to your notebook that you've been keeping. All right, I think we have 3 today. So we have complementary angles. We have supplementary angles. And then we have the word octagon. So a complementary angle are 2 angles whose measure has the sum of 90, which is a right angle. And supplementary is 2 angles whose measure has the sum of 180, which is a straight line. And then octagon, the prefix is octa, so we need to understand that's 8-sided figure, like octopus has 8 legs. I encourage you to pause this video and complete these problems on your own first. If you want to see similar problems, look at homework on page 299 in your student workbook. All right, addition and subtraction are inverse operations. Multiplication and division are inverse operations. Inverse operations undo each other. Use inverse operations to solve equations. Let's look at the first example. A complementary angle are 2 angles whose measure have a sum of 90 degrees. These are complementary angles here because the sum of them form 90 degrees or a right angle. So let's write, what do I know? I know that 2 angles form a right angle. One angle measures 53 degrees here. And then I have another second measure that measures x. It's the unknown. Now let's write an equation for that. So we know that when we're talking about complementary angles, it's the sum. So we're going to be dealing with addition. So we have 53 plus x would equal 90. So we want to go ahead and write our equation down. We do not want to do math in our head. And this is an addition problem. So the inverse operation of addition is subtraction. So we need to subtract 53 from both sides. And we get x equals 37. So we know this angle here, this unknown angle, then would be 37 degrees. Let's look at question 1. A room in the shape of a rectangular octagon has a perimeter of 72. Okay, so the key words here is octagon and perimeter and 72. So we know that the perimeter means the all-around measure. Let me rewrite that. And we know that the octagon has 8 sides. And the total perimeter would be 72 feet. What is the length of each side of the room? Let S represent the length in feet of each side of the room. So we're going to use the variable S. Write an equation and solve for S. So we know it has 8 sides, and S is the side. So we know it'll be 8S plus, 8S, sorry, equals, because it says the total is 72. The total perimeter is 72. So if I have 8S equals 72, this is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. What I do to one side, I must do to the other. So 8 divided by 8 is 1, so I get S equals 9. So the side length would be 9 feet, because that's in feet. Okay, question 2. A supplementary angle. So go back to your vocabulary. A supplementary angle are two angles whose sum measures 180, which would be a straight line. So we know this whole thing here is 180 degrees. What is the value of x? Write and solve the equation. So we know that it has the word sum, so we know we're doing an addition problem here. And I know this angle is 64. And then x is the unknown. So we need to find out x by doing an addition problem here. So I know I'm going to get x plus 64 equals 180. So let's go ahead and not do that in our head. Let's solve that problem. It's an addition problem, so I need to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. So I need to subtract 64 from both sides, and I get x equals 116. So x equals 116 degrees, so this angle would be 116 degrees. Question 3. Maisie is watching a movie. She has been watching for 36 minutes. There are 55 minutes to go. How long does it take? How long does the movie last? Let M represent the number of minutes the movie lasts. So how long does the movie last? So I know that M is going to be how long the movie lasts minus she's been watching 36 minutes and it's got 55 minutes to go. Let's write out our problem here. This is a subtraction problem, so the opposite of subtraction is addition. So I'm going to add 36 to both sides. So M would equal 91. So I know M is going to be 91 minutes. So how long does the movie last? The movie lasts 91 minutes. Okay, question 4. The area of a rectangle. Okay, I'm doing area of a rectangle is found by using the formula area equals length times width, where area, A is area, L is length, and W is width. So a rectangular desktop has an area of 18 square feet. So it has the area of 18 square feet, so I need to plug that in here, and I write 18. Then I also know that the length of the desk is 6 feet. So that's the length. So I'm going to plug in 6 feet here, and I don't know what the width is. Solve the equation for W. So the opposite of 6 times x, 6 times width, 6 times width would be multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6. So I get W equals 3. So again, the formula is 6W. 18 equals 6W, and width equals 3 feet. And the last problem, question 5. Sam has 36 pieces left to complete a puzzle. He has already put together 414 pieces. How many pieces P are in the puzzle? So that's what I'm finding out. How many pieces P are in the puzzle? That's in total. So I would do P and I would subtract. He has 36 pieces left, and he's already put together 414. So we want to do the details here and write down the problem and work down. This is a subtraction problem, so we need to add 36 to both sides. And we get P equals 450. So how many pieces did the puzzle have in the beginning? 450 pieces. So this is our lesson for Module 9, Lesson 4, Grade 6.